why should the voters be able to interfere because it's a heroin epidemic?
What's interesting, the King County Board of Health is actually an appointed board of people. They're not even elected. So it's removed from the power of the people, and our government's based upon we the people. We have the say of what can happen within our surrounding areas. And heroin is an illegal drug. And so it's not legal. Government says it's not legal. The state government says it's not legal. So when King County and a few elected members say that they want to legalize heroin, they're going beyond their power. And so we as the people have the ability to pull that power back through the initiative process and say that's an inappropriate measure. We want to make sure that it's kept illegal.
But isn't heroin an epidemic the same way the flu might be or HIV might be?
No, it's a substance that people are legally taking. So it's an illegal substance. It's not like it's a flu that I can pass involuntarily from me to you. It's something that people are injecting in their veins, and the government's taking this extreme measure to give them the needles, the syringes, the heroin pans to cook in, and even the matches to take this heroin. In Canada, where they're doing it, the death rates increased by 750% since they opened their heroin injection site. So we should be dedicated to treatment, not enablement, to let heroin users continue to use.
It sounds like this, like a lot of discussions in this building, are going to come down to couple words and whether or not that authority is there. Do you feel that despite what the polling says, do you feel that the judges are going to be on your side on this?
Well, I hope they're on the side of the voters, allowing the voters to have a say. And like our attorney said, once the decision is made, people on either side can take question to the decision that the voters made. But ultimately, as a government of we the people, we should have the ability to have a say in what happens within our backyards. It's how our Constitution was established. The government exists to serve the people. And so if the people say that heroin injection sites should not be allowed in their backyards and a legal activity, it should be allowed. See, in Canada, what they had to do to let heroin injection sites open was to allow for the legal possession and use of heroin. So ultimately, they are taking a step beyond what, like marijuana, was legalized through a vote. Abortion was legalized through a vote, and several other health matters were legalized through the initiative process. Why King County Council and the City of Seattle think they can legalize the use and possession of heroin without the vote of the people is extraordinary.
In a moment, we'll talk with people who believe that their loved one would still be alive if there had been a place for safe consumption. What do you say to them?
I say they haven't visited Canada. My heart goes out to those users, and several of the people that support us, the Neighborhood Safety Alliance, Speak Out Seattle, and many groups like that have lost family members to heroin. And they know that allowing them to continue to use heroin in a heroin injection site, they're just going to go outside and they're going to overdose, just like they're doing in Canada. In 2003, when they opened Insight, there were 190 illicit drug deaths. In 2017, 1,477. That's a 750% increase. People are still in the parks. People are still in the alleys shooting up. One of the times I went up there, 5 people were injecting as I walked the front door of the injection site, out in the streets. So clearly their model's not working. We need to be dedicated to get people into treatment. That's true compassion, not letting people continue to use.
You say and spell your name for us.
Sure, Joshua Freed, Joshua Freed with Safe King County.
Safe King County.
Yeah.
Gotcha.